Tom James. We're back, y'all. Let me hear you make some noise, Tom James. Yes. Look at how beautiful you are. Back together in one place. What's up, O-Town? Yes, Tom James. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't it good to be together again, y'all? How good is it to be together? Yeah! Orlando, ladies and gentlemen, Orlando. Let me go over here on this side. How good does it feel to be at Tom James right now, y'all? Talk to me. Tell me about it. Are we on fire? We are on fire. I was looking at what happened last month, and there was just some crazy, wild achievement that is going on in Tom James land. I can recall maybe 2 or 3 years ago, our president and CEO, Todd Brown, saying to us, the best is, and was he right, y'all? Was that a prophecy? Come on, talk to me. Was he dead on or what, guys? Wow. Wow. Amazing what is going on. And I'm just so excited. I could barely sleep last night, y'all, because I've been hearing rumblings of the good news that we've had this past season and some of the things that we have to look forward to next year. And so I don't want to delay any further. Let's get into our meeting. And where is store 306 and 427? Washington, D.C. Thank you for being our hosts here in the nation's capital. There you go. I want to welcome you guys to our July 2023 International Owners Conference right here in Washington, D.C. We've got a jam-packed, action-filled next couple of days, 3 days for you guys, and I'm just really excited to be here with you. Before we get started, we do have some special guests in the audience today. They are our university professors who have come here to join us and take part in our meeting. They are grooming the next world changers in our society, and undoubtedly, they are grooming some of the next folks who will influence Tom James and change the face of what we do here in our company. And we're really excited to have them here. So I'd like to introduce them to you and thank them appropriately. First, from High Point University, Professor Larry Quinn. If you would stand wherever you are, Mr. Quinn. We have Larry Quinn in the building. And next, we have from Texas State University, Professor Linda Alkire. Ms. Alkire, thank you for joining us. So glad to have you. From the University of Alabama, Professor Lexi Edwards. Yes. Welcome again, Ms. Edwards. And from Florida State University, Professor Tim Mealy. Right here in the middle. Welcome back. It is good to see you again. We really appreciate you all being here. And so, guys, as a custom clothing company, of course, there's no better way to start off this session than to offer some free custom clothing, right? Yes, custom clothing. So we're going to do 2 drawings, y'all. The first is going to be for our special guests, the university professors that are here. One of them is going to walk out with a designer classic package, right? Giving out our international sales meeting. So let's do a little drawing here. All right, the lucky winner for today is Miss Lexi Edwards. Come on up, Professor Edwards from the University of Alabama. The Crimson Tide just keep winning, right? now. Come on up so we can appropriately welcome and thank you. Some people just win everything, right?
That's right, you get it.
Congratulations. Thank you for being here, and congratulations. Can't wait to see you in your sharp suit.
I need it.
All right, congratulations. Give her another welcome, y'all. All right, and now for the sales professional drawing. We're gonna do a little something different, y'all. If you know your 5-digit employee number, I want you to stand on your feet. Raise up, rise up. If you know your 5-digit employee number, and as I call the digits, if you are still in the running, you stay standing. If you're not, sit your tail down. All right? Let's do this. All right. We have, this is a 4-digit number. 3. Woo, that took a lot of people out. Wow. Who's still standing? Dang. Old heads. Old heads start with the 3. 0. 3, 0. I'm sorry. Let me start over. 3, 0, 1, 7. There he is, Matt Parsons. Whoa, the vets. Congratulations, man.
I'm going to give it to one of our newest people.
All right, cool. There he goes. He says he's going to give it to a new partner, y'all. All right. Let's turn our attention to the screen for our next presentation. Let's give it up for our top rookies, y'all. We're going to recognize right now our top rookies. We're going to ask Todd, Steve, and Jason to come to the stage. And if you are a top rookie, when I call your name, please come up stage right, take your picture, remain standing to my left until we get through the entire delegation of top rookies. All right? You like that word, delegation? Thank you. Thank you. SAT. All right, our first top rookie from Dallas, Texas, Gabby D'Amico. 507.34 units. And next, our top rookie, Kevin Morley from Chicago downtown, 508.42 units. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, James Cyrus, 543.15 units, first 12 months. And from Tampa, Florida, Chaya Auerbach, 570.43 units. There are some flight delays today, y'all, so some of them may not be quite here yet. So we'll keep it moving. From Philadelphia, PA, Reed Skiro, 575.06 units. Congratulations to Reed. From Tampa, Jamie Bettinger, 596.83 units. Washington, D.C., Caitlin Lively, 632.19 units. Killing it. And once again, Reed Skiro. Is he in the building? Reed? Yay, come on up, Reed. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 575.06 units. Congratulations, man. Well done. From Vancouver, Robin Matthews. $643.99 units. From Nashville, Tennessee, Jonathan Cheek. 716.54 units. And from Columbus, Ohio, Tirsa Moriarty, 738.5 units in a 12-month period. Atlanta, GA, congratulations to Sarah Edmonds. 750.55 units in her first 12 months, y'all. From Boston, Massachusetts, Carter Babcock. Congratulations. 772.04 units, first 12 months. And from Mobile, Alabama, Amanda Cruz, 816.20 units in her first 12 months. Congratulations, Amanda. And from Orange County, California, Beata Juden, 825 units, first 12 months. And from Cincinnati, Ohio, congratulations to Seth Bittner. Yeah. 851.52 units. Well done, Seth. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Taylor Wright. 1,000 units. First 12 months. Congratulations, Taylor. Atlanta, GA, Nicole Flores. 1,017.91 units in her first 12 months. Way to go, Nicole. And from Boston, Mass, Mr. Cam Wright. 1,083.13 units, first 12 months. Way to go, Cam. San Antonio, Texas, Miss Cami Martinez. 1,228 plus, y'all. All right. Not here yet. Lindsay Tovar from El Paso, Texas. 1,411.29 units. Wow. Well done. And from Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Addison Tornabene. 1,440.56 units. First 12 months. Woo. From Boston, Samantha Hammond. 1,472.68 units. Way to go, Sam. All right. And guys, now to present and to introduce the Rookie of the Year, I want to bring to the stage from Birmingham, Alabama, Lauren Werner. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Turn it on. It's good.
Hello? Okay, perfect. All right. She is confident. She is energetic. She is driven. She is relentless. She is self-aware. She is compassionate. She is ambitious. She is determined. She is courageous. She is fierce. She is our Rookie of the Year. I have the absolute honor and privilege of introducing Allie Sullivan, this year's Rookie of the Year. I have had the most incredible opportunity of hiring and leading Allie these past 2 years. When Allie first started her career at Tom James, she was initially nervous about setting her first goals at selling 136 units in her first month and achieving cabinet in her first year. She was eagerly excited to hit the ground running, and within a few months, we coined the name Red Panda for her. I am not sure if y'all ever seen a red panda before, but they are these little, adorable, reddish-brown mammals that stand up on their hind legs with their front arms up in the air. Be sure to Google what a red panda looks like after this, and y'all will see what I'm talking about. As cute as they are in this position, red pandas stand in this manner as a defense mechanism to appear larger when provoked or threatened. Even though Allie is a small ball of energy, she truly was and still is a red panda. Someone who will stand up tall and confidently, ready to attack anything that stands in her way of achieving what she wants. And that is exactly what Allie did in her first year here at Tom James. She sold 200 units in her first month, achieved President's Honors Club in 6 months, President's Club in 8 months, Cabinet in 9 months, and finished her first year selling 1,671 units. Although her first year here was extremely impressive, it was her own personal growth and development during her first year that I am the most proud of. Allie lit a fire in the Birmingham office that we were so desperately needing. Regardless of what office location you are in and what tenure you are at, Allie showed that you too can have tremendous growth and success here at Tom James. Allie, thank you for being one of the most coachable people I have ever had the opportunity to lead. Thank you for always bringing the energy to our office and every single client's office that you walk into. Thank you for showing me what is possible and helping me grow my own business. You see, leadership is a two-way street. I have learned just as much from you as I hope you have from me. Thank you for being a best friend and a sister that I didn't know I need. I am so unbelievably proud of you and cannot wait to see what is next. Ladies and gentlemen, our Rookie of the Year, Allie Sullivan.
All right, speeches are not my thing, so please just bear with me. But if someone would have told me 2 years ago when I first came to Tom James that I would be standing on this stage giving my Rookie of the Year speech, I would not have believed them. For starters, I didn't even think I was gonna get the job, and I actually sobbed on the phone with my dad after my interview because I thought there was no way they would take a chance on me. I was insecure, I lacked confidence, and was completely afraid of talking to strangers. Why would an outside sales company hire someone like this? Before I came to Tom James, I was terrified of the phone to the point where I wouldn't even call a restaurant for takeout. On my first day of dialing, I would only let the phone ring up to 3 times before hanging up with the fear that the stranger on the other end would actually answer and I would have to talk to them. I soon realized how ridiculous this was, and I reminded myself that I couldn't gain any clients if I was afraid of speaking to someone on the phone. I gathered up enough courage to begin letting it ring all the way until someone answered or I got a voicemail. I got yelled at, cussed at, hung up on multiple times, and was constantly told no. And every single time, the feeling of rejection stung me to my core. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's truly how I felt when I first started trying to build my business. Slowly, day by day, the rejection I faced became more bearable, and to the point where I actually enjoy phone calling in my spare time now. Who would have thought? I remember I was at the office battling my mindset with the phone, and Lauren told me that I needed to go out and float. I don't know if she suggested I go out and float to just get out of the office or just to try a different approach to prospecting. I avoided this floating thing as long as I could, and when I finally got enough pep in my step to go out and actually float, the 100-degree weather was not the only reason why I was sweating. I would watch businessmen pass me left and right with my heart beating out of my chest. I was sweaty and shaking, trying to talk to any person I approached. I had people race away from me, others flat out ignore me, and some even say, after I complimented their jackets, "Oh, are you with Tom James? No thanks." And while I didn't gain any clients from floating that day, I gained something even better, a small taste of confidence. I had just done something completely out of my comfort zone, and I was okay. Lauren would ask me if I was still breathing and if I had broken any bones, time and time again. And I realized that getting comfortable with being uncomfortable was going to be the lifeline to success in this career. One day, I was very unsuccessful at attempting to sell on delivery, and while driving back to the office, I passed a car dealership and whipped my car into the parking lot. I was determined to not get back to the office without selling something, because we have a no zero-day mentality on Team Champagne. I was so nervous walking up to that dealership, I started to sweat before I even reached the door. I walked in, tried to act extremely confident, and said, "Hi, my name's Allie. Can I speak to whoever owns this place?" Blake, who's still a client to this day, walked up. As he approached me, I said, "Hi, I'm Allie. I make pants. Can I show you my pants?" Confused, Blake followed me back to my car to get my fabrics, and with what felt like a whirlwind of me thinking, what is even happening right now, he bought 3 pairs of Royal Classic pants. Now I've lost my spot. Hold on. Okay, good. I got him measured, still sweating, of course, and walked myself, head held high, out to my car. While driving back to the office, that small taste of confidence I gained from floating turned into true confidence that I felt inside of myself. Again, I was affirmed that getting comfortable with being uncomfortable would allow me to reach success at Tom James. Our job is simple, yet challenging, and I soon discovered that the challenges I faced daily were never going to go away. I realized that I could either find an obstacle or find a way. I feel like from the outside looking in, my first year at Tom James appeared seamless, came without any difficulties, and every day was a good day. But that could not have been farther from the truth. The truth is, I was immature, lacked confidence, and battled the voices in my head telling me that I would never be good enough. I was fresh out of college, trying to figure out what working a full-time job looked like, all while also trying to figure out who I was and who I wanted to become. I get asked by a lot of the new partners what I did to be standing here today, and I tell them all the same thing. I did what was expected of me and more. I was the first one in the office every single morning and the very last to leave. I didn't just dial the phone 85 times, but I dialed until I would set my desired appointments. Sometimes that meant I could accomplish it in 85 dials, but there were days of 100, 200 dials. I forced myself to go out and float until it got to the point where going up to a complete stranger was no longer a major fear. Finding 55 names a day was a bare minimum, as well as physically writing down my affirmations and goals until they slowly started to become reality. I believe that I came in as probably one of the least skilled sales professionals, but I was extremely coachable and willing to accept the fact that there was always something I could learn from the other person in the room. I'm a walking example of trusting the process that our training program has put into place. I knew that if I did my best and to my fullest capabilities what others told me to do, I would be successful here. Not only did I trust the process, but I also put my trust in those who believed in me, held me when I cried, and kept me from jumping overboard a few times. From Lauren sitting on the floor in the office with me while I sobbed into her lap from exhaustion and burnout, game playing each appointment with me, encouraging me to think bigger and see my full potential, and being my role model, not only in this career, but also life. to Lachey staying on the phone with me on a Friday night, strategizing how to sell 40 units in 2 days to hit cabinet in record time, going on overwhelming, problematic client appointments with me. Hold on. To being my sounding board when my entire day fell apart and I just needed someone to listen to my frustrations. Lauren Werner and Lachey Fluker should be sharing the title of Rookie of the Year alongside me, because it takes a village in this career, and there is no doubt in my mind I would not be standing up here if it were not for their guidance and their friendship. I just don't feel right just having my name attached to this title. Both of your names should be up there next to mine. So find your people who challenge you to think bigger and pull you up towards your next goal. They will be the ones who won't let you off the hook and will be there for you every step of the way. New partners, if you take one thing away from this, know that you are not alone in your struggles and you can do more than you think you're capable of. I'm reminded, even 2 years in, that dialing the phone, adding new names, asking for referrals, and always doing in-field activity like floating and dropping in is the lifeline of our business. Whether you've just started your career or a more tenured partner, we can all be doing these things every single day to help us get what we want. Challenge yourself to become uncomfortable and trust the process, because at the end of the day, successful people will do what unsuccessful people choose not to do.
Congratulations. Take a photo walk back here. Stand back here and take a photo walk. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2022 top rookie class. Give it up. Our 2022 top rookie class, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Come on up, Steve. Steve Nucci, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Tom James. Oh, come on. Good afternoon, Tom James. Was thinking about the size of this room, and I was like, you guys can fill this room. It's like you to do that. What do JoJo Billingsley, Wesley Britt, Paul Burnham, Paul Bussman, Channing Tatum, and Katie Noriega all have in common? They're all famous people from Cullman, Alabama. The city of Cullman, Alabama is known for its rich German heritage, early agricultural success, widespread industry, and a famous shrine of Ave Maria Grotto, along with our own Miss Chairman's Club herself, Katie Noriega. You may know that Katie's family migrated from Guatemala. You may know Katie is a graduate of the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. I got it. You may know Katie proudly competes in the Nova Women's Rugby Club, where they compete in Division I rugby and are 3-time defending champions. You may also know Katie started her career with Tom James in 2019 and is the second fastest, only behind Amanda Latimer, to achieve the prestigious Chairman's Club in DC in just 43 months. And she accomplished this withstanding a pandemic, which all of us experienced and know DC especially had its challenges. You may know that she recruits from Salisbury University to attract top talent to Tom James. You may know that she teaches our career development on name entry. And you may know how Katie had her biggest month yet this past June, selling 347.57 units, achieving level 2 of the CEO Award dinner. Give her a round of applause. And you may know Katie is engaged to Sean Daly. They will be getting married in 2024. Congratulations, Katie and Sean. Katie is described by her charisma, yet as she is defined by her character, integrity, and authenticity. Our opening speaker will be sharing her perspectives on our unlimited opportunity. You will hear how she will break down Unlimited today. In my learning about Katie, I thought I'd share something you may not know about our opening speaker. Of the many qualities and characteristics Katie possesses, I observed this. Through reading about her, through reading her speech, through studying her, she is transparent and resilient. Listen to her story and how she applies her lessons to prepare you for what will surely be your and our best international meeting yet. Welcome to the stage our partner, the world-class Miss Katie Noriega.
Thank you. Hello, beautiful people of Tom James. Welcome to our nation's capital and the best city in the world. We are so thrilled to have you in our beautiful city, and we hope you enjoyed the spectacular fireworks last night, and you get to enjoy the beautiful historic views of our monuments and my future house. That's right, you heard it here first. I'm announcing my candidacy for President 2024. I'm just kidding, I'm not old enough yet, but one day. But before I begin, to ensure that everyone is wide awake and paying attention, I incorporated a little game today in my speech. Given that our theme is unlimited, I wanted to see how many people can correctly count the amount of times I can say unlimited starting now. And at the end, I ask that you email me at k.noriega@tomjames.com to let me know your answer, and I will let you know if that was correct. And what do you win? You win the grand prize of bragging rights and free entry to all the Smithsonians. All right, well, you already get free entry, but you do get bragging rights. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I was asked today to talk about my journey and my challenges that I've encountered along the way. In addition, I will touch on revelations that's helped me overcome these challenges. As I share my journey today, I ask that each and every one of you open up your hearts and open up your minds to take just one thing that you can incorporate from my speech today that you can implement into your journey now. To begin my journey, I want to give you all a little background about me and my family. I am from Cullman, Alabama, home of Channing Tatum and the real one. My parents moved here from Guatemala back in 1989 with my two sisters and my amazing uncle to take part of the American dream. Immediately after moving, my parents and uncle began looking for work so that they could start building a better life for us. They found work wherever they could, working on farms, to construction, to factories. They worked incredibly hard to provide an amazing life for me and my two sisters. I recall times when they worked 2 to 3 jobs just so they could provide a normal life for us with vacations, getting to participate in extracurricular activities, and getting to get by little sour surprises when we went to the store. My family left everything that they knew and loved just so that my sisters and I could have the unlimited opportunity to do whatever we wanted to do. And I am forever grateful for their decision. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the stage today. But what was it like growing up in Alabama? Well, that wasn't easy. No matter how I dressed, what activities I participated in, the grades I earned, I could never truly fit in. Though, despite these challenges, there's absolutely nothing I would change because those are what made me who I am today. Upon graduating from Fairview High School, home of the Aggies, where I was the high school mascot, not to mention, I chose to continue my education at the best college in the state of Alabama. You guessed it, the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. And it was there I found Tom James and decided to start my career here. When I came to DC to interview, I stepped into that first morning meeting and immediately knew this is where I belonged. They kept talking about how Tom James builds people, and Tom James is the vehicle to get you to where you want to go. And if you'll just stay, you'll be given the opportunity to reach every goal you set. And as a 22-year-old coming out of school, that opportunity sounded pretty fire. That's what my 17-year-old niece said the cool kids are saying these days. But after my career here, it's been quite a roller coaster ride. And I want to share with you what that's looked like. Since I was young, I have struggled believing I'm unworthy. Unworthy of success, unworthy of happiness, unworthy of fill in the blank. Statements like, you'll amount to nothing, or you'll just flip burgers for the rest of your life, are statements I've been up against my entire life. Though I tried to let these comments repel off of me like raindrops on an umbrella, deep down, I started to believe them. I allowed these hurtful comments to impact how I viewed myself. Worthless, unsuccessful, incapable, and the list goes on. I allowed myself to believe this negative self-talk was true. Even when I hit chairman's this past March, I told myself it was just luck and I was unworthy of the title. And I told myself was not worthy of being up here today to give the speech. I felt like an imposter. But after several counseling sessions with Courtney Lord, Jack Tierney, Sarah Slaper, and many others that were on the other end of my phone calls, they all reminded me that I was simply and utterly unique. They reminded me that regardless of my past, what I looked like, where my family came from, that not only am I worthy, I am uniquely and beautifully made. Sure, people made comments to try to bring me down, but that negativity does not detract from my worth. I know I don't look like everyone else, but none of that really matters. None of that defines my self-worth, and it's taken me a long time to understand this. Now, do y'all remember in sales school when you had your session with Dave Weichel and he talked about needing to tend to your garden? Well, personally, I thought that was baloney. I remember thinking to myself, who is this man telling me I need to tend to my garden? What does that even mean? Why does he keep telling me I need to take care of it? It all sounded very kumbaya. But I did do what he asked. I added it to my calendar. Character Traits was the name of the event during this time, and I was to review the character traits I was working on as well as my goals. But Dave, don't be mad. I didn't actually look at them. I didn't understand why it was so important. I did decent my first few months without doing it, so I figured, why start now? But when I wasn't getting the results I had hoped for, I finally understood what neglecting my garden was doing to me. I was cranky, I was ungrateful, I was working aimlessly, I was putting aside my health, my relationships, my fitness, and I was starting each day with absolutely no armor to protect me from the battle of what is life. Every day leaving me unprotected from all the unknowns, good or bad, that life throws at us. But how many people do you know work somewhere where their employers actually care about them as a person? That challenges them to become the very best version of themselves. That actually gives them time to do the garden tending. Once I decided that I should probably listen to Dave and truly tend to my garden, everything started to change. I began to nourish my mind and prepare myself for the battle of life. I am grateful for having the support structure that Tom James provides to take the time daily to write down our goals, gratitude, and affirmations. Beyond the support structure, the individual people that surround me not only remind me what I'm capable of, but push me to grow both professionally and personally. This could be a pep talk on a bad day, or sometimes slightly firmer reminder of what I need to be doing to continue towards where I want to go. There have been times in my life where I have felt alone. I could have been in a room full of people, but I felt like no one could see me. Growing up, it was really tough for me to fit in. I tried to mask this with achievements. I got straight A's with a couple of B's sprinkled in. I was an officer in every single club that was offered. I was a varsity athlete, not to mention an All-American mascot. But despite my accomplishments, I wasn't accepted. Even being here at Tom James, I have experienced loneliness. Now you might be thinking, but Katie, don't you work in a big office? Don't you have a family that loves and supports you? Don't you have a fiance that proposed to you after you called him out on stage? Why, yes. The answer to all of those are yes. But despite all of that, I still felt alone. I was trying to find my place in the office and in the company, and I didn't know where that was. I believed that my struggles were my struggles alone and that no one else was experiencing this. And then I would experience the loneliest time in my career in March of 2020. Already feeling isolated mentally, being able to go into the office was the one sliver of support that I was holding on to, and now that was taken away from me. But with the powerful words of Britney Spears, my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. I believe I'm not alone. I believe I can get through anything. I believe without a shadow of a doubt, I am loved and I have always been loved. There are times in all of our lives that we may not recognize the love that we're receiving because we're so focused on the negative to be able to see it. During 2020, my family would call me once a week to check in on me and tell me how proud they were of me staying at Tom James and sticking to my commitments. The DC office would host happy hours over Zoom, make spontaneous phone calls that were genuine check-ins about how we were doing, and send random texts of encouragement that we would all get through this and be stronger in the end. Tom James conducted weekly town halls to give us updates on where we stood as a company and to tell us how what they were doing to take care of us. There is so much love to go around, and even in my loneliest time, I was being shown so much love. I didn't recognize it at first because I was so caught up in all the negativity that COVID brought. But truth be told, I was never alone. I just needed to take a step back and look through a different lens. All the love I've received and continue to receive has been unlimited. Unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. That's for all of you that were still counting my unlimiteds out there. I started at Tom James with absolutely zero expectations, and I knew if I worked hard and did what I was told, I would be successful. And for the first few months, I did just that. I entered all my names, I made my dials, asked for referrals, floated everyone, did my goals and gratitude every morning. I had blind faith and trusted the process until I did it. I started to believe I knew better, and I was literally in month 4 of selling. I thought I was a hotshot because I had just hit level 2 of Oxford, also known as level 2 of the ATS Summit, and I thought I had arrived. I no longer needed to enter in my names. I didn't need to make as many dials. I could stop floating, or I didn't have to keep up with my daily goals or gratitude or affirmations. I stopped consistently doing the habits that had led me to my success. I guess I just expected that people would just pick up the phone and call me up and let me know they wanted to spend money with me on clothing. And you might be wondering, well, how did that work out for her? Well, it didn't. I fell flat on my face from averaging 80 units a month to a whopping 32 months in December, followed up with a 27-unit month in January's. You can always look at my numbers and tell which months I was inconsistent with my habits, because it typically looks like a really big month, followed up by a really, really mediocre month. This actually happened the month after I hit chairman's. I magically thought, like I did in month 4, I was finally a hotshot again, and I could stop doing all of my habits. Well, let me be the first to tell you, just because you hit the next club level doesn't mean you can just drop all of your habits and expect to grow. But after many attempts of trying to make my inconsistent work, I knew something had to change. I made a decision to start living my life intentionally. The first step I took was establishing a morning routine. Historically, I have not enjoyed early mornings, but I decided to hop on the bandwagon of being an early bird so that I could start laying the groundwork to make my day successful. Taking care of myself before everything else by writing in my 5-minute journal, to reading my daily devotional, reciting my affirmations, doing a little chore at home before I left, and then reading my audiobooks. After this, it becomes so much easier taking the time each day to prepare your phone list, actually ask for referrals, preparing clients and preparing hot lists and actually showing them, and preparing wardrobe for each client that you saw. Being intentional in creating measurable goals with actual deadlines instead of saying, I'm going to hit Hayes at some point. And instead, declaring the goal, I am going to become a Hayes Club member by the end of 2024. You can go a long way if you start walking, but if you want to end up where you plan, you need to be intentional about your direction. So I measure myself up against many of you here, and you probably don't even know it. I compare myself to the top 25, seeing them consistently sell 3, 4, 500 unit months and dominating. I compare myself to new partners that are hitting PHC, PC, PCC in their first month. I compare myself to partners that have been here longer than I have, seeing them work seemingly effortlessly to accomplish the things that I could only dream about putting on my vision board and actually accomplishing them. I was frustrated that I wasn't as good as them, that I was unworthy, that I would never be able to be like them. And all comparing myself did was cause me harm. I was so focused on other people's journeys that I wasn't tending to mine. I allowed my mind to wander to negative thoughts about myself. It made me start to resent myself, and it made me start to resent the people that I saw as doing better than me. I wouldn't want to celebrate their accomplishments with them, and in turn, it took the joy away of celebrating mine. But after maybe the 1,000th time that I was told comparison is the thief of all joy, I started to make a note of what it was actually doing to me. I became aware of these constant comparisons were keeping me from my happiness, and I knew I needed to make a change. I started taking the focus of what others were doing and instead being mindful of what I can do. Giving myself the grace that it's okay that I didn't hit PC in my first month, or cabinet after that, or chairman's directly after that. Instead of measuring myself against others, I put my pride aside, which is not easy, and I reached out to those people to ask them questions, to learn from them, to better understand how they did it. And when you do that, you learn that those people are just people too. They also have struggles and challenges. They're just like you and me. Be mindful that you can change the trajectory of your career whenever you choose to do it. You just have to make the decision to focus on what you can control and not what you can't. So I mentioned how I measured up myself up against many of you, and part of that is because I am impatient. To quote Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka, I don't care how, I want it now. Not only was I impatient to grow my business quickly, I wanted to quickly make an impact as well. I wanted to make a change. I wanted to inspire people. But I wanted it to happen what I wanted it to happen, which was immediately. I remember going to my second national meeting and having friends in my tenure being asked to speak, and I was so frustrated that I wasn't. I sent emails to Dave and Laura once a month for 6 months, letting them know I was ready to teach sales school. I have tried for several years to grow a big team, and a big team that I can pour into and love on and help achieve their goals faster than I did mine. But after my 7th attempt, I reached a certain point where I didn't believe it was possible. So I told Jack I was done. But they say impatience can cause people to do foolish things. Now, going back to one of the many things that drew me to this career was the opportunity to make a difference in the company instantly. 4 years isn't quite instantly, but in this short time, I can already see the impacts that I am starting to make. I've been able to break belief barriers of selling 280 units to hit President's Club when I averaged 60 units across the prior 11 months, or selling 290 units in 8 days to hit Chairman's. Aside from that, the most important things I have been able to do have been for others. Helping others shape their mindset, build their confidence, and showing them there is more than one way to be successful is incredibly fulfilling. After patiently emailing Dave and Laura, I was shocked to be given the opportunity to teach sales school. You see, patience and persistence can be kind of a blurred line for me. The joy that has come from watching the success of partners I've had the opportunity to coach and train has motivated me as well. I want to take a moment to recognize not only the impacts that I have made, but the impact that everyone in this room has made, which has led us to the best month in company history this past June. Yeah, I deserve the clap. The lack of being intentional in my work caused me to just work and work and work and work and work with no cause. I would just enter in names to enter in names. I dialed just to dial. I wasn't being intentional, and I was just going through the motions. I was working hard, but not getting the results. I was tired that I wasn't making the money I thought I would. I was tired that I wasn't becoming the person that I wanted to become. I was tired that nothing was going as planned. My fiance was tired getting phone calls of me complaining, saying that I wasn't getting it. My family was tired that I kept pushing off visits to home so that I could figure this opportunity out. My office was tired that I would melt down every single day and cry in our front conference room, telling them I didn't know how to do this job. But going through the motions to go through the motions and expecting the results is not going to get you anywhere. And bringing all the baggage from work and home and letting it affect those around you is not what you should be doing. And then all of a sudden, something explodes because you're tired of being sick and tired, and it all comes spilling out. Sure, we all get tired, but that's out of our control. But what we can control is how we push through that feeling. The work is hard. It takes tenacity to push through the hard times where no one is answering your phone calls, when your results aren't where you want them to be, when that paycheck isn't where you need it to be, when it feels like it would be easier to just lay off the gas than do the hard work, refusing to give up on those things that you know work and will lead you to where you wanted to go. This persistence and doing the little things is what has led me to where I am today. Focusing on your huge goals can be exhausting, but approaching the little things with passion every day allows you to achieve everything you set your mind on. Most that know me know that I never like to admit when I'm wrong or when I failed. Being the baby in the family and growing up in a school where I was the odd one out, it was really important that I proved myself. Excelling is where I get my value from. Because of this, my own failures have embarrassed me. Growing up, I was already embarrassed that I looked different than everyone around me, and standing out combined with failing made me feel incredibly small and insignificant. This embarrassment has prevented me from taking advantage of so many opportunities. To refuse to ask the questions I need to ask, refusing to ask for help when I desperately needed it, refusing to admit when I was wrong has hurt me over and over again, and I was too prideful to do what I knew needed to be done. People assumed that I was a know-it-all, or that I was arrogant, or that I would be upset with them if they tried to help me. And none of this helped my embarrassment. I have come to realize, though, that failure and not knowing everything isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a different mindset that I am still working on accepting. But with time and experience, I am now starting to see the valuable lessons in my many failures. Allowing myself to accept that I am not perfect and there will always be areas that I can improve on. Forcing myself to realize that no one thinks about me or judges me as harshly as I do. Knowing that it's okay to ask for help just because I don't know something or don't do it the right way the first time. It's okay to ask. I reflect and seek the silver lining from situations. Stepping back from whatever happened that day and looking at the bigger picture at night. These small changes have improved how I look at my failures. I, just like everyone else, run into challenges with clients. Just in case anyone hasn't told you yet, you will always continue to have challenges you'll need to overcome with your clients, regardless of your tenure or club level. And with that said, time after time, I've allowed these challenges to dictate my self-worth and allow them to control my emotions and self-talk. I would allow them to keep me at night and make me so sick to my stomach to the point I wouldn't eat. I would tell myself that I sucked at this job and should just quit. I would allow myself to go the entire day feeling sad, anxious, upset, and I allow these challenges to affect my work and personal life, and in turn, this defeated me. Despite the challenges, I was finally determined to take the bull by the horns and start taking advantage of this opportunity. I was determined to become the queen of affirmations, and I was determined to make a difference. I am determined that every day I would remind myself and show everyone that I came across as unique, nourished, loved, impactful, mindful, intentional, tenacious, enlightened, and determined. That I am unlimited. I am determined that I will make my family proud and show them that every sacrifice they made to put me where I am today was worth it. I am determined that I will make the most of my opportunity here and that I will allow Tom James to be my vehicle to get me to my goals. As you can see, I wasn't joking about my roller coaster ride. But each year is turning more and more into a ride that I actually enjoy being on. This opportunity can be unlimitedly bad or unlimitedly good, depending on how you choose to make of it. So my final words I leave with you is to make the choice to make this meeting the best meeting you've yet to have. Take those notes you typically wouldn't take. Reach out to set up those one-on-ones that you typically wouldn't have done. Ask those questions you were too afraid to ask. And make the choice to grow this meeting and to grow in this coming season. Your opportunity for growth here is unlimited. You just choose. Wow, sorry guys, we're here at the end and doing this. You just have to choose to see it that way. Thank you.
Great job. Give it up for Katie Noriega, y'all. Woo-hoo! That was awesome. I'm going to email you. I think I counted the right number of unlimiteds. I think I got you. All right, y'all. A couple of announcements. Please be sure to go by registration if you have not already. Even though our per diems were directly deposited, we still need you to register to get your name tag and drink tickets for the company party tomorrow night. Download the Gaylord Hotels app. The app will help you navigate the hotel during your stay. For the CEO dinner this evening, bus pickup will be at the Maryland Bus Loop. You get there by heading out the doors by our general session space. I believe it's out to the right. Be sure to stop by the tables stationed in the Maryland hallway first to check in and receive name tags before boarding the bus. Buses will depart tonight at 5:30 p.m. sharp, so be sure to be on time. All right, next up is our divisional sessions, the Caldwell Division, Chesapeake J, K, and L, Adams Division, Annapolis 1 through 4. The Nucci Division stays right here and move up to the front. All right, let's get it, y'all. Thank you.